Hey, second grade. Today you're going to get back both of your strips of paper that we've been working on for Saw LeWitt. Remember that we were learning about the complementary colors, and these are colors that are across from each other on the color wheel. So red and green remind us of Christmas. Purple and yellow remind us of the greatest football team in the world, the Minnesota Vikings. And blue and orange reminds us of the Chicago Bears or the Denver Broncos. Those were your 3 tips to remember those sets of colors. With one of those strips, I'm going to set one to the side. I'm going to hold on to one for the time being. One of these strips we're going to be cutting up into shapes. So at your table, you'll see that I have all of these different shape cutouts. You're going to choose a few, remember to share, and you need to trace them onto one of those sets of colors. All right, so maybe I'll do a circle for one. I'm going to take it, I'm going to trace my circle over on the red and green. So I've got one done. Now I need to trace another one. I think I'm going to do a heart. This is where it gets tricky because you'll remember that when we had Saw LeWitt, we noticed that his stripes would go opposite directions. Right? So it went vertical and then it went horizontal. Well, if I cut out this circle and go to glue it down, I'm going to have to remember to turn it so that those stripes go opposite direction. But with the heart, if I trace this heart and cut it out, that means I would have to turn it for it to work. All right, so that means that you need to, when you go to trace this, actually turn the shape sideways. So I'm going to take this heart, I'm going to flip it on its side like this. And now I'm going to trace it. Obviously with a circle it doesn't matter because the circle looks the same on all the different sides. But a heart you have to turn to the side. This X, I could do it as an X. I could also do it as a plus sign. It's your decision which way you want to do it. But you can also say I have triangles, I've got squares, lots of different shapes for you to try out. Tracing my final one, so I'm tracing 3 different shapes. Remember to turn your shape if you need to. Right. After I've got my 3 shapes traced, now I need to carefully cut them out. Hopefully you did a good job gluing last time. I told you last class that if you didn't do a good job gluing, your shapes might fall apart when you go to cut these out. So I hope that you followed instructions, did a great job gluing. Otherwise you might have to do some surgery and help repair those shapes. After you have your 3 shapes cut out, now you're ready to glue them down. Remember that when we glue them, we don't want to glue it so that the stripes are going the same direction. We want to turn it so that our stripes go horizontal this time. So I'm going to flip it over, put a little bit of glue on this, dots of glue. Hopefully these stick well. I know there's a lot of glue and paper on them, so they might really struggle using dots of glue. And I can flip that over and glue it right in the middle. Now I'm going to do that heart. This is why we had to draw that heart sideways, okay? Because when I turn it, now it's going the direction that we need it to go. Put dots of glue on it. Gluing that down. I've got one more. This circle. Remembering to turn it when I glue it down. Like this. Because these papers are kind of thick from all the glue and all the strips of paper, I would recommend flipping this over. Give it a nice good back rub too. When you are all finished, these need to go at the bottom of the drying rack. You need to close your glue bottle, and you need to throw away all of those scraps of paper that you had.